Now the food has come out of the stomach because the sphincter muscle has relaxed and allowed the food through, and it goes into the intestine. So I'm going to draw the intestine, the small intestine first. I'm going to draw it like this so we can label it up. Onto the large intestine and then expelled out of the body. So small intestine goes onto the large intestine. So this is how you can picture this. There. So let's split this up. Small intestine, top half. Large intestine, bottom half. Right, okay, the small intestine here. Let's write that down. This is the small intestine. We're going to split this into two parts. The first part, we're going to call we'll write it here, the duodenum. And the second part, we're going to call the ileum. This part is the large intestine. So let's label this up. Large intestine. And we're going to split this up into two parts as well. The first part is called the colon, and the second part is called the rectum. And this final part is where the food is expelled out of the body, is called the anus. So the foods come in from the stomach and it works its way down the duodenum. This is where most of the food is broken down. So at this point we just need to know that the food breaks down into small soluble molecules, and leave it like that for now. In this part, the ileum, the food is going to be absorbed. So the molecules are going to be absorbed into the blood. In the colon, the last part of the water that needs to be absorbed is absorbed here. So water absorbed, although a lot of the water is still absorbed in the ileum. So you come to the colon, water is absorbed, and then the semi-solid waste here, what we call feces, is stored in the rectum, ready to be expelled through the anus. So the food comes down out of the stomach into the small intestine. The small intestine has two parts, the duodenum and the ileum. The duodenum, the food breaks down into small soluble molecules, and then it continues on into the ileum, where most of it is absorbed into the blood. It then continues on into the large intestine. The large intestine has two parts, the colon and the rectum. Any water that needs to be absorbed is absorbed in the large intestine in the colon, The waste is then stored in the rectum, and the waste we call feces. And when it's ready to be pushed out of the body or expelled out of the body, it is expelled through the anus.